Dear Heavenly Father, please let this live stream be a beacon of light, just like what Dolly Parton's personality and life was in this world. She left this world a better place, and we all strive to do that in our lifetime. Rest in peace, Dolly. You will be greatly missed. May you sing with the angels in heaven in your minutes. God, thank you for another day clean and sober. I'm grateful for the opportunity to stream on YouTube so I can share my experience, strength, and hope with those that are struggling with addiction, alcoholism, mental illness. Let this be a place of comfort, light, joy, uplifting encouragement for those that need it. In the name of Jesus, I pray. Amen. Hi guys, how are you? Rick. It's a sad day in this world. You know what? Hi Lisa. Hi Slayer. Well, love you. Have to go to bed because of school, but I love you. I love you too, Slayer. You know that. Hi, Tristan, Lisa. How's everybody doing? Let me give you guys a cyber love hug. Cyber love hug. And let me do my introduction. Hey everybody, this is Rock Queens. Everyone coming at you live from my headquarters in Rock, Oklahoma. How's it going? It's Tuesday. And it's, the world has lost a special woman and I'm telling you, I'm heartbroken. I'm sure many of you out there are heartbroken and surprised. I think we all knew this day was coming because she was canceling engagements left and right and stuff, and she left this world a better place, and she came from nothing. You know, and it doesn't give people the excuse of being bitter at the world, or they say, well, I'm just one person, I can't do all that. You can. You know, and yeah, That's what the AP says. But she kept her health issues very private. And she spoke, I think, 4 days ago. But she had her eyes up. You know. I don't think nobody hated Dolly. She, my grandfather. Well, let me just read what her website says real quick. So it's Dolly Rebecca Parton, January 1946 to August 25th, 2026. Global icon, humanitarian Dolly Parton, known to the world as a beloved singer, songwriter, philanthropist. All right, yeah, whatever. Sorry about that. Actress, playwright, and author died peacefully today in Nashville, Tennessee. She was 80. Dolly is preceded by the death of her husband, 59 years, Carl Thomas Dean. Her mother, Avie Lee, Caroline Owens, and her father, Robert Lee Parton Sr. A rhinestone life that shone bright enough for the world to see. Dolly will forever stand as an inspiration, not only through her timeless music and prolific, I can't talk today, I don't know why, songwriting, but also her wit, warmth, and kindness that made us all feel like family. Dolly Parton's legacy is one of love, kindness, and resilience. With a 7-decade career, she inspired multiple generations of artists and fans with her music and unwavering commitment to making the world a better place. And that she did. Her songs will continue to resonate with people of all ages, and her philanthropic work will have a lasting impact. At Dolly's request, a small private service will be held for her immediate family. Dolly's fans and friends from around the world are encouraged to pay tribute to Dolly on social media, tagging at Dolly Parton. In lieu of flowers, the family asks for donations to be made to the Dolly Parton's Imagination Library and all that. Isaiah's like, yeah, R.I.P. to the Queen. She will be missed. Lisa says, I love the movie Coat of Many Colors. That was a Christmas movie, right? Hi, Jip. How you doing? Oh, what? My first memories of Dolly Parton was because of my grandfather. Because my grandfather loved her. You know, He loves Cher also, and Coochie Coochie Girl, Charo. So that tells you about him, right? I had the 45 of Here You Come Again. It was from a movie that my mom saw with her boyfriend at the time. And I remember him getting me these candied peanuts or whatever and stuff. And how I remember that, I don't know. But I had the 45 of that song. Then came the movie Working 9 to 5. She always had an aura about her. And I think Johnny Carson also had an infatuation with her and stuff. You know? But she should be an example for a lot of people. How a person should be in this world, especially now. And she made an impact. She made an impact on me. She did a song 3 years ago at the AMC Awards, at the 58th AMC Awards, called World on Fire. And when you have the time, go on her channel, look up World on Fire from the 58th AMC Awards. Hi, Patty, how are you? Hi, Fire. I remember watching this when it first came out, and the visuals were so impactful. And how can you not be impacted by that video? I just watched it before I came on here. I know I'm late. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really sorry. I've had a rough day myself with my back. And I hear this about Dolly Parton. And she was one of a kind. She was America's treasure. I strive to be like her. I'm just like that much of her. What's up, Franken? Did you, wait, Franken, did you get my email? And thank you for the $5. Like I said, I'll use it for Java Monster, not cigarettes. You know what, Mental? We don't need your mentality on this, okay? No. I truly appreciate it, Franken. I really do. You know, I don't ask for donations, nothing like that. You know, because I feel like people in this world need hold on. Hi, Bonds. Dolly is looking down on you, Queen, and saying, "You go, girl." Can't find it. Maybe it's kind of spam. Either way, hope it helps. It's how the world is. The world's on fire. Just like Dolly said. You know? We, the Queen Light Brigade and stuff like that, we are trying to create a wildfire change to diminish the darkness in our world. I know we're not going to get all the darkness in the world, but we're going to fight like hell to get rid of it. You know? And I'm far from, you know, what Dolly was. I'm just like that much. You know, and what's your favorite memory of Dolly? How you doing, drum boy? Yeah, John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that forever believes in him shall not perish but have eternal life. Who are you talking about, Franken? We're talking about Dolly Parton. How you doing, Patty? So Jeff says, I loved her in an episode of Reba. I'm here, girlie, and I'm lighting up with you. Yeah. Yeah! At the age of 80. She was a national treasure, too. Well, of course she did, and she wasn't, she always said about her plastic surgery, her doctors and stuff, right? Johnny Carson had a very funny episode with Dolly Parton. And Dolly Parton actually sang him a birthday song, and he was very smitten with Dolly Parton. Hi, Josh. Hi, Queen. It's Josh. I'm glad to see you're on tonight. I just got on. I love Dolly Parton. We used to listen to her Christmas album every Christmas. And he's like, R.I.P. Dolly Parton. I can't still believe it. She was a quintessential entertainer. Both country singers. And actually, Kenny Rogers was in love with her. You know what? And they had that chemistry, right? And everybody thought, oh, something's going on there, right? But no, she was happily married to Carl, and stuff. I don't like Jay Leno. Johnny Carson, yeah. My grandfather used to love her, you know. Brenda's like, I'm in shock over her death. Didn't see that coming. Andy's like, without Dolly, you wouldn't really have country music. She was one of the cornerstones of that genre. I'm a Carlin man myself. I like George Carlin. A lot of fans were really concerned about her when her husband, Carl, of 58 years, passed away. And she even said that her work, she really dove into her work after when Carl passed away. And she even admitted that she wasn't really taking care of herself after that. I got up around 7 o'clock, you know, and I turn on the TV and it says, you know, Dolly Parton's quotes or whatever. And I'm like, oh no, don't tell me. And I always wanted to go to Dollywood, you know, and I haven't yet. But she was very spiritual. She was very grounded in her faith. Not like many of us. And this one hits hard. It really, you know. But you guys, you should really watch. Well, she is singing with the angels. I used to be a heathen when I was on drugs. Not anymore, I'm not. I'm just trying to be a decent human being. Just like her. Just like Dolly Parton was. But I'm not much of what she was. Not much. she did a heavy metal album too. She's like, well, I don't want to be nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and stuff. So she did a heavy metal album. She did a rock album, right? That was her. It's not easy to find the right path on your own. Yeah, that's why you need support. You can't do it alone. I know I couldn't do it alone. That's why you have to have a great support system and go to any lengths to get your sobriety. You have to really want it for yourself. And believe me, I'm not going to go back. I don't miss that life at all. You know, I enjoy helping people. Most of us make mistakes with the help and influence of others too. Yeah, I agree with that. I don't have it all together. I don't pretend I know everything either. That goes for finding your humanity as well. Finding people like you is so important. Exactly, that understand you or know what you're going through. I know you guys, just like me, we are trying to put the word humanity back into the word. Nobody has it all figured out. I wonder who sees the biggest picture. Maybe the tech lords. Yeah. They want the destruction of the world. What's up, Corny? How are you, my friend? Cyber love hug. Cyber love hug. Tell me how you doing, Corny. Hi, Terry. How are you? We're trying to do a tribute show to Dolly Parton and all that. Because to me, she made an impact on the world with her. Oh, I have to take my medication, guys. Jolene is a solid tune. One of the greatest songs in country music. Do you know you have a radio station named after you? Really? No. I don't know how that came about, but oh well. Has anybody been to Dollywood? What's your favorite memory of Dolly? I think the lasting impression I have is of the when she did the song "World on Fire" from the 58th Academy ACM Awards. I don't know how that happened. You know, I really don't, but and she just opened up a truck stop in Tennessee, and she was there for, I guess, a few minutes to open her truck stop up. But I've seen YouTube videos of her truck stop, and it's so Dolly, you know? Has anybody baked one of her, like, her cakes or whatever? Because she has her own brand of Duncan Hines, Dolly Parton, you know, cakes. Yes. And Jeff says, people who understand me are so genuine. I'm glad of it. Working 9 to 5 is a good song. And also, she was working on a Broadway show, Dolly. She has, pancake mixes, too. She also has frozen food, and I think one of the YouTubers was, you know, trying to have a reaction to her shrimp and grits. What's up? The ceiling. Dolly Parton flew to the angels to be with Jesus. How you doing, Snoop? Let me give you a cyber love hug. Cyber love hug. We're just talking about Dolly Parton and let me ask you, Snoop, did Dolly Parton ever have an impact on you in some way? If not, you don't have, you know. She crossed all genres. And also a couple months ago, she did Home Sweet Home, Motley Crue's Home Sweet Home. But her voice wasn't there. And all that. But I think everybody knew that she was going to be with Jesus soon. And she was supposed to have a residency in Vegas. They canceled that. You know. Who knows? Maybe, you know, Carl, her husband, needed her, right? Because they were together for 58 years. That happens. My grandparents, my grandfather passed away New Year's Day, 1996. And then my grandmother died April 1st, 1996. Best part is Dolly Parton is being respected. You got to see Porter Wagner in person? When was that, Lisa? And Snoop's like, on the real, though, I met her in Nashville 4 years ago. Wonderful gal she was. She was a real deal. You know? She was genuine. She was loving. She was caring. Miley Cyrus, Miley Cyrus is her not granddaughter, her goddaughter. Jeff is like, I'm terrified of death. Me and my watched 9 to 5 tonight as a tribute. I want to show you guys. You should really watch one of the most impactful videos in recent years. It happened 3 years ago. And it's called The World on Fire. And it's from the 58th AMC Awards. And yeah, why, Jeff? Branson in 1982 went there for a senior class trip. Oh, that must have been fun, right? You should, Jeff. You really should. Because if you have a faith in Jesus and know that you'll see your loved ones again, your dad passed away a long time ago. I live in Illinois, but just across the river from St. Louis. So, let me ask you, Jeff. So, was your faith shaken when your father passed away? I know when my father passed away, my faith was shaken. I let go of God. I mean, I was angry at God and everything else and stuff. You know? I do believe that there's an afterlife. Well, that's your opinion. Dolly wasn't like that. Now, Jelly Roll, on the other hand, he's very cringe. I can understand, Jeff, that you're so heartbroken about your father. Lisa says, my best friend passed away a year ago. She loved Dolly. Knows she can meet her now. Yeah! I'm sure my grandfather's right in line with your friend wanting to meet her. I think Nashville should have a humanitarian award named after her. And whoever in country music is a humanitarian, right, should get the award every year or something. But I agree with JR with some celebrities. They can just, you know. She was one of a kind. And plus, with that song, I Will Always Love You, that was written for Carl Porter. I mean, Porter Wagner, sorry. And Whitney made it her own, that song, I Will Always Love You. But if you watch if you hear the original recording of I Will Always Love You, you can actually hear Dolly Parton's pain. Jeff, do something in your father's memory, in your father's honor. Maybe when his birthday comes up, maybe give back to the community, you know, or do something that he used to love to do, or watch maybe an old movie he used to love to watch. Oh my gosh, Junior, I can't believe you said that. You should have never said that, knowing how people feel about Dolly. Yeah, but Lisa, there are people like that, you know. I mean, I'm going to say this. I feel like Hollywood is demonic, all right? But not Dolly Parton, all right? You know what? You know, she's separate from all the rest. But that's how they are, Patty. You know? I wish we could watch the song World on Fire together. But I know I'm going to be blocked and I'm not in my wildfire studio, so we can't really, you know. You just have to take what people say with a grain of salt, you know, and pray for them. There's more good in this world than there is evil. There's more light in this world than there is darkness. And we, the Queen's Light Brigade, we're trying to create a wildfire change to diminish darkness in the world. I know we're not going to get all the darkness in the world, but we're going to fight like hell to get rid of it. You know? And yes, Dolly was a bright light in this world. You know? And we can honor her by doing what she did. You know? She was very grounded in faith and her Christianity. She was a humanitarian, right? She had decency, respect, you know. She had empathy for people, sympathy for people, you know. And she grew up with nothing. She grew up poor. But she was so grateful for the gifts of that time period. She was poor in the Smoky Mountains, but she had so many riches beyond belief. Like her mother singing and you know, and her persona about being a dumb blonde. I mean, because she said she said at one point, I think, if I'm not mistaken, that there was like a whore in her part of town, and she wanted to be like her in a way, but in a, you know, classy way. You know what I mean? How you doing, Cosmic? Rest in peace, Dolly. I'm devastated. Trucker at Brandon. Hard Candy Christmas is one of the best Christmas songs of all time, in my opinion. I never even heard of that. See, you learn something new every day, guys. When did that come out, Brandon? You just like the movie Coat of Many Colors. No, don't. No, don't. Cosmic Flavor is like, love you, Queen, here to your health and wealth. How you doing, Holly? Neo, you're here. Welcome. It came out in October of 1982. I have to look that up. Hold on. Let me give everybody a cyber love hug real quick. Cyber love hug! we are trying to honor Dolly Parton. If she didn't make an impact on you, I understand, okay? But she did touch. She tried to touch everybody in her own way. She crossed genres, even heavy metal and stuff. A couple of months ago, she actually did a rendition of Home Sweet Home by Motley Crue. And don't worry about the bot and all that. Well, I feel the love too when I hug. When I give cyber love hugs, Holly. Brandon, what other song do you like from her? There's so many golden nuggets with Dolly Parton's life. And all that. I know, I was just talking about that, Brandon. Yeah, back in June, yes. Brandon says, yeah, she just opened a huge truck stop in southern Tennessee a few months ago. She was there to the grand opening. Crazy she's gone. She even spoke 4 days ago about her health. Have you seen the YouTube videos of her truck stop? It's so Dolly. But the one guy that went to her truck stop said that the barbecue was very dry. You know, all that stuff. What's up, Matthew? Other people are using hard white. Is that chick bugging me? Don't, Patty. It's just block the Streamlabs. Did you go to the Dolly Parton truck stop? I'll tell you one thing. When I found out that she opened up a truck stop, right? Right away, I thought about my husband, Ed, that passed away 15 years ago. We own our own trucking company, all right? And Ed and I always wanted to see Dollywood. That never happened, okay? But when I found out she opened up her own truck stop, I said, oh my God, I wish Ed was here to see this. Oh yeah, I was at the truck stop. My mother and so are back. We're so back. It's very nice dialogue, like as you said. What's up, Randall? Andrea! Hold on. You ready for this? Come on. Aries headbutt. Ready? Ready? Come on. Get your head ready. Andrea, ready? Aries headbutt. Aries headbutt. Oh, yeah. That's how we greet each other and stuff. That's how we Aries. That's how we Aries greet each other on this channel because we're hard-headed. I'm the most hard-headed ram of them all. So, hold on. Brandon, did you get anything like a souvenir from her truck stop? Oh, you do a hell of a lot. Oh, you have nothing on me, Lisa. Hi, Charlotte. How are you? Am I in Louisiana? What do you think? Let me give you a cyber love hug, Charlotte. Cyber love hug! Yeah. Nice to see you, Charlotte. You always remind me of my mother-in-law. The Aries gang. Yeah, right. The head button gang. How you doing, sissy? How you doing, Mike? Yeah, Lisa, you're a Taurus, so you're full of shit. Nice to see you too, Matt. So let me give you, hold on, guys. You guys are coming in, right? Mama Soup, what's up? So let me give you a cyber love hug, guys. Ready? Cyber, oh, here we go. Another cyber love hug incoming. Cyber love hug. I feel the love, and I hope you feel the love. So we are trying to do a tribute to Dolly Parton, who passed away today at 80. I'm gutted. I'm heartbroken. Tell me in the chat if Dolly Parton ever made an impact on you. Henri is like, yeah, R.I.P. to a true American legend. Sissy's like, Mama Snoop, love you, my beauty. So what's your favorite song by Dolly Parton? Or what's your favorite quote from Dolly Parton? Or what's your favorite moment from Dolly Parton? Andrea's like Jolene. Andrea's like, she was such a sweetheart, always kind and loving. And she was very spiritual. You know, she was very spiritual. She's American sweetheart, of course. Lisa's like her lifestyle. She's a strong woman. She was very business savvy too. Yeah, I mean, very business savvy. Always dressed to the nines. No one ever caught her slacking. Well, life. And the love story between her husband, Carl, and her, right? How they met. She actually went to Nashville, and the first day she was in Nashville, they bumped at a laundromat. And so she used to joke around about, well, our relationship at first was wishy-washy. You get it? Yeah, and she did talk about that. I mean, my grandparents and stuff, like I said, my grandfather died New Year's Day, 1996, and my grandmother died April 1st, 1996. So yeah, she threw herself in her work even harder, but she was supposed to have a residency in Las Vegas, and they canceled that. She was supposed to make a couple more appearances. She did videos to be there. Blank says, I love Dolly. What do you love about her, Blank? Julie's like, I love your kind heart, Rocket Queen. You and Dolly have a whole lot of similarities. Love you because you're the real deal. Hold on. No, I don't want you comparing me with her. No. Julie, no. No. I'm that much of what Dolly is. Okay? Really, seriously. I don't know. I don't want this. No, I don't want this to be about me. No, I don't know. No. I love you, Julie. Okay, let me just give you a cyber love hug real quick. All right, cyber love hug. I appreciate your compliment. I really do. I mean it. I appreciate it. You know what? What's up, Roy? Yeah, but a lot of people have kind hearts. It's not just me. If you're here, guys, you have a kind heart. You're empathetic. You have compassion towards each other. You're trying to help each other out. You guys are making the stream. I'm not. You guys are. I'm just a facilitator. That's all. It's weird. What's up, Donnie? I'm Rocktastic, but we're mourning the loss of Dolly. You know, Nashville really needs to step it up. And I hope they like for the award shows or whatever, they put like the Dolly Parton humanitarian award or whatever, you know what I mean? Hold on. Yeah. And so she don't need an aura, she makes it. Yeah, I'm making it. Ugh. All right, yeah, can't you just see the halo and all that? I'm just beaming. I love you, Andrea. Sissy's like, coat of many colors. I will always love you. Those are the two my favorite songs, Dolly. But I loved all her songs. By the way, what's that pillow behind you? Damn, I take my word back. You can have it. How about that? That's her and Bigfoot. Yeah. That Yeah, here. Let me just here. There. That's me back in 2016 at the Tulsa International Airport, and I didn't want to leave, and I lost my boarding pass. Subconsciously, I think I did on purpose because I didn't want to come back to Jersey. And that's not Bigfoot though. That's Jim. Wait a minute. Donnie's like, yeah, ma'am. That is sad growing up to her R.I.P. Dolly. Your wife's from Cape May? We used to go there on vacation all the time. We used to stay at this place called the Colonial Hotel. And now the Colonial Hotel, they modernized it, and it looks like crap now. Yep. I imagine she has a lot of Cape May diamonds too, right? So how did you guys meet? On the boardwalk? Sampling some fudge from the candy shop? Yeah. I think she actually did a statement. You know what? Wait a minute, hold on. Hold on, let me see. I'm trying to. Hold on. No, I know that. I said that. But let me look. Miley Cyrus. All right, man. I'm trying to find an article that's not too gossipy, you know what I mean? All right, so this is from People Magazine. If I'm not all right. Good night, Fire. Let me give you a good night hug. Cyber lover. Good night. Sweet dreams, Fire. Thanks for being here. I understand what you're saying, Mama, about Miley, okay? Oh, really? John. Well, that's interesting that you say that. So, hold on. John, just for you, a cyber love hug, all right? Cyber love hug! There. Okay? Now, those, well, I put those glasses on because we're all in mourning of, with Dolly Parton. So, I'm just saying the flames look sharp, like they're not comfortable. LOL. Oh, they're comfortable, believe me. Well, thanks, Sean. I truly appreciate it. No, the flames represent the wildfire of change that the Queen's Light Brigade represents. We, not just me, we are the Queen's Light Brigade. We're trying to create a wildfire of change to diminish the darkness in the world. I know we're not going to get all the darkness in the world, but we're going to fight like hell to get rid of it. We're trying to bring change, just like Dolly did to this world. But I'm like that much of a Dolly, okay? I'm from Jersey, what do you expect? And, you guys really need to check out that video. World on Fire. Because that's my sentiments exactly. She spoke what I was feeling and how many Americans or people in the world were feeling. Oh no, I don't believe in that. Twin flame? You remind me of my daughter. Oh my God. No, I don't believe in twin flames and all that crap. No. I found my soulmate. I found the love of my life back in 2015 on Xbox of all places. But I don't consider my husband Jim a twin flame. Hell no, we're completely different. No. No. John, when I first saw Rock, I judged too. But I'm an Aries, and I was like, this lady is definitely an Aries and crazy, and I love that shit. And then I got to know the chat, and now I'm here forever. Get your head ready, Andrea. Ready? Ready? Come on. We're in unity, right? We're in unity. Ready? Headbutt. Aries headbutt. Aries headbutt. Aries headbutt. In unity. We're united. Mark's like, no, I'm not. I don't do this for the money. I do not do this for the money. Hold on. Henry's gonna get the headache. I'm not. Yeah. I mean, the torch has passed to Reba. What about Crystal Gale? She's still living. All right, hold on, guys. John asked me if I... Oh, I'm sorry, Mark. Sorry, Mark. The only reason why I stream is to help others. That's it. Okay? That's it. I share my experience, strength, and hope with people that if they're struggling with drugs, alcohol, and or mental illness, that they can manage their life better, okay? That they can enjoy life better without the drugs and alcohol, okay? There's too many people dying from this, okay? Even with mental illness, all right? Because people are feeling so isolated, so lonely, they're not getting anything out of this world except for this AI slop or whatever. You know what I mean? And I'm genuine when it comes to this. Do I want to become monetized? There's a thing where it's like, and I'll try to explain this, guys, to you, okay? In AA, have you ever been to a real physical AA meeting? Okay? During the meeting, they pass a basket, right? And they'll say to you, well, give what you can, but if you don't have any money, it's not required for you to fill that basket, say even with $1 or whatever. So do you understand what I'm saying? And so I have a hard time with that. But a friend of mine said to me, because I don't ask for any donations. You can ask anybody that knows me on here. I don't ask for any donations. I don't ask for subs or nothing. Nothing like that. Okay? I got a letter about a month ago saying that congratulations, congratulations, it was from YouTube about being monetized. Okay? I think it came to a shock. I knew it was going to happen sooner or later. But it's like, I don't want to ask people for money. I think I'm just trying to be a decent human being. That's all. A friend of mine said to me this. All right. Actually, two of my friends said this. Well, if you put if it comes to where, you know how they have like join button, like for membership join. Well, just put it out there. It's their choosing if they want to join or not. You're not asking for money. Just put it out there. But there's something that has to be worked out too with that. So am I making myself like clear or like Lat? Even Jim's friend, said to me, because Jim's friend came over and he was helping with the door, and he's like, why don't you do it for money? And I'm like, well, that's everybody's goal on you. That's not my goal. There's programs out there, guys, rehabs, aftercare programs or whatever that need money more than I do. I feel blessed already. I mean that. Because I should have been dead years ago. And when people give me money, like Franken, it was $5, right? And he said, "Oh, that's for cigarettes." Ha 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 ha. And I wrote him an email back saying, I'll get a Java Monster because it's a little bit healthier. Ha 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 ha. He didn't get that email. I don't know why, but So Sissy's like, you're a beautiful person, Queen. Down to earth. That's what I love about you. Rock, buy a supply of your own glasses and start linking them so we can buy some. I'm here for a good time and a long time. Mark, what's up? I've been strolling along and I found my queen. Yee-haw! Oh, here we go, Mark. Mississippi Queen, you know what I mean. Mississippi Queen, you know what I mean. But she's from Jersey, my queen. Rocket Queen. She's the best I've ever seen. Yeah. Lay Down Sally. That's a good song by Eric Clapton. Yep. Andrea's like, God works in mysterious ways. Now 100% he's working through rock mama. Some people judge fast and leave, but what would Jesus do? If you listen, you will receive. I'm not perfect, guys. I'm not. Low rider. Check out the rendition of Low Rider of Exodus. Exodus does a good rendition of the song. Oh, what YouTube is, and believe it or not, YouTube is voyeurism. Legalize voyeurism. You know how they have those certain sites? If you know what I'm talking about. We're not going to go there. I'm not perfect. I'm not, this is not a perfect stream. But I'm just trying to, help people that really, really want the gift of sobriety. That want out of that darkness. Because I know what that darkness is about. I feel so bad. I've got a worried mind. I feel so lonesome all the time. Ever since I left my baby behind on the blue bayou. Oh, yeah. Okay. I love Roy Orbison. I remember when he died, too. The guys and I, we were actually going to go on a fishing trip down Belmar. Because his uncle has a fishing boat for charter, right? So we just got out of Dunkin' Donuts because we had like a thermos of coffee. And we turned on the radio and they said Roy Orbison died. And we're like, I think that was 1988, 89 maybe. And so, yeah, we love Roy. Sissy's like, you're not perfect, none of us are, but you're down to earth, hilarious, tell it like it is person that has a lot of love that you spread to others, and that's a gift. That's probably why I listen to him. Just say it, sissy. Just say it. Streamlabs, you can kiss my ass. Bam. He can kiss my ass too. What am I smoking? It's not what you think it is. I own California sober. For those that are just new here, hi everybody, I'm Rock Queen 71 coming at you live from my headquarters in Rocklahoma. How's it going? It's Tuesday, and we are trying to have a loving tribute for a life that was lost today in the world, and we're having a tribute to Dolly Parton. Tell us your fond memories of Dolly Parton, or what your favorite moments are, or your favorite songs. From Dolly Parton. What impressed you the most with Dolly Parton? Ellen. They didn't pay me to say this. There you go. Hey, leave Streamlabs alone. It's an ape bot. He just wants to be more human. Have a heart. Yeah. Just like the Tin Man, right? I don't have a heart. My heart's broken. So I was gonna write something on her tribute page, but I'll do it later. But Miley Cyrus said something about her godmother. And I quote her. This is Miley Cyrus. I have so many moments and memories with Dolly. It's hard to know where to start. Like every little boy, I grew up loving Dolly Parton. She was a part of our lives, on our TVs, right in our living rooms. So Jay says, I remember Islands in the Stream on the jukebox when I was a kid. Great song. Yeah. But Kenny Rogers. And Kenny Rogers had a huge crush on her. And everybody thought, something's going on with them. No. Her love of her life was Carl. My favorite movie was Steel Magnolias. Yes. That was a good movie. And she did have a couple of Christmas specials too, right? But she's having a Broadway show come out, Dolly. I mean, she was a bright, savvy businesswoman. She used to call herself a dumb blonde, but she was far from dumb. I'm just from Jersey. Yeah, with Humphrey Bogart and Katharine Hepburn. See? I know. My brain's not fried with all the drugs I did. Thank God. Prescription? No. Believe me, they're not prescription. Well, I had another mod named Darkness Diminisher, and a lot of people had issues with him. Oh, here, hold on. Hold on. Guess who's showing up, guys? There's Lunar. Hi. Say hi, everybody. Lunar wants to give Cyberlove hugs. Ready? Wait, let me, you can't do it like that, right? Cyber love, meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. He's like, all right, that's enough meow, meow, meows. He's inside. Yeah, and they're also the least adopted. So if you have an animal shelter and you're looking for a cat, go to your local animal shelter and see if they have black cats, because they're the least adopted because of superstitious reasons. And Lunar, you know, he's very needy. He's very loving. He gets along with the other cats. Not like Cherokee. He gets along with everybody. Even the ones outside. You know? I had no idea, Sissy. I was getting pissed off. And then Rick was like, just block it. Shaking my head, I'm slow. Makes life better. Oh, well, you know, I really had to, I wish I had Squirtbot. Squirtbot was the best mod I ever had. But the guy that created it doesn't do any updates anymore, and everybody's disappointed. People use Nightbot. I've used that a couple of times, like in the past. I don't know. So, let me see. I'm gonna ask Lunar what his favorite song is from Dolly Parton. All right, Lunar. All right, here you go. Hold on. All right. Oh, wait, all right. I know, I'm not, wait. All right, so I'll do it like this. All right. Lunar, what's your favorite song by Dolly Parton? Oh. Well, I'm not surprised about that. Lunar's favorite song by Dolly Parton is I Will Always Love You. Yes. That fits you, Lunar. You love your daddy and you love your newfound family. You love me. Lunar. Sometimes I call him Slink Snot because he'll sneeze and then a whole bunch of snot comes out of his mouth, nose. Sometimes I call him Slink Snot. But his favorite song by Dolly Parton is I Will Always Love You. And his personality actually fits it. Because he's a very loving cat. He loves Jim. You know. You know what? I'm going to tell you some, guys. Well, first, John Monster is the only rock fuel for this rock queen. Hell yeah. I told you. Rock, I need what? His name is Lunar. But this reminded me of something about the song I Will Always Love You. I was in rehab. I was in rehab in 1998 at the height of my addiction. And the rehab that I went to actually had like a mini talent show or a karaoke night or whatever, right? So I actually picked the song I Will Always Love You by Whitney Houston. And I sang it. Well, I found out my ex got crushed by a dump truck coming home from work. And that was devastating. He came home. He worked nights at a factory. And he was still on dope, guys, okay? And he was going home, and he nodded at the wheel, and the dump truck went right over his car. And he was crushed. And so, it's very funny that I sang that song on a karaoke night. And I didn't even know he died. He actually visited me in rehab too. A week or 2 weeks before he died. His father, when I got myself cleaned up, and all that, he lived in Morristown. He lived in a hollow. So I decided to actually pay a visit to his father. And his brother Tony died too. I was like, oh my God, you know. Anyway. So his father was outside watering the lawn. And I said, hey, Pop, what's up? And he turned around and he had this big smile. And he's like, let me come over here and give you a hug. And we were talking, and he said he was so proud of me that I was keeping my nose clean. And so, he's a Jehovah's Witness too, by the way. I was staying at his house and stuff, and talk about smoking cigarettes and stuff. Well, he on the kitchen table. He put the magazine Watchtower on the kitchen table, and it was about smoking cigarettes and all that stuff, right? Yeah. But, losing a child that way and all that, it's devastating, and but anyway, I'm sorry. But yeah, I sang I Will Always Love You, and I found out Keith died and all that. And how you doing, Star? You're in Atlanta. I often think about his father, uh, I don't know if he's still living, his father's still living or not. I haven't really checked. I always wanted to just, but Big's like, don't need the cops coming again just for talking. He just want to be a part of the party. Big, how you doing? Hold on. Cyber Lover! See, that's the thing, too. Like, a lot of people are so, well, good to hear. I'm happy to hear that, really. Imagine the cops coming and join. Believe me, I would say, come on, guys, let me show you something. And believe me, I think they would be very less impressed. Hey, if they are, hey, they can join the party. They've been here before. So, hey, more the merrier, right? Life is beautiful, guys. Life is good. I seriously doubt that the cops are going to come. Even though my voice will travel through the walls of this house to the neighbor's house. But, But everybody's being right now really is being tested. Like if you go out to, say, Walmart, or if you go out to a park maybe, or maybe you want to go out to eat, or just you talk to your neighbor outside and stuff, and cars. People are so on edge right now. They know something's different. It's the spiritual warfare, guys. And actually, Dolly said that in her one of her last songs called "The World's on Fire." Big Al's just funny. You can't enjoy yourself without them showing up. Good to meet your husband as well. He doesn't like being on camera. But I asked him if he could just say that story because, this world a better place. But check out that song, World on Fire. Yeah, it's by Dolly Parton, World on Fire. And she came from nothing. Look at Loretta Lynn. She came from nothing too, right? And she had an impact on this world. I'm from Jersey. What do you expect? People have forgotten to laugh. You know, people's sense of humor has been just washed away. He's in bed right now. You know, he's doing all right. Hi, Mike. How are you? You know, he's all right. You know, he's my biggest support, my biggest cheerleader. You know, he's my number one roadie, especially if I'm going outside. He'll bring all the stuff out there so I can do a live stream. How's my back? It's there. My back's there. My back's there. I didn't think I was going to do anything today. Yes, he is. And he is. I can definitely say that. You know. And I'm very blessed to have him in my life. I don't know if he feels the same way about me. You know, I drive him crazy. I know that. I don't mean to. But that's just the Jersey in me. Andrea's like, yeah, I love you, baby girl. God, please heal this precious woman and take her pain away. Amen. I was in bed pretty much all day. God gave me the strength, okay, to get up and actually do something. We met on Xbox, Biggie. We met on Xbox of all places. That's like a million chance to one to meet on Xbox. I wasn't looking for anything. Neither was he. But God had a sense of humor and put me with him. You know? But at that time, I didn't have back issues also. You see? And we had... Yeah, it's wild. Yeah, we're going to be double trouble, Mama. He's like, the whole roof of this house is going to just go bam. Just go up in the heavens. My mom had chronic pain from a car accident. She had many surgeries. And as much as it helped, her pain is horrible. She complained, and it took me so long to realize how bad it was. Oh! Guess who showed up? Guess who showed up? Jim! Armored Saint is Jim. That's my husband. That's his Xbox name and all that. He's listening. We'll have the whole police department there. 2 counties, maybe the whole, yeah. Yeah, Armor, I'll miss that party. Everybody saying hi, Jim. I want 3 counties of sheriffs at this house. Not 1, 3. Not 1 deputy. The whole. Come show us your muscles. Wait, hold on. So, wait. Big Al said something that I want to address. Big Al says this. I met my wife in recovery 15 years ago. Way to go. Just by you saying you're in recovery, you're being an inspiration to others, saying recovery is possible. God bless you, right? So, hold on. Cyber recovery hug! And Jim is my first... hold on, guys. Jim is my first sober relationship. And believe me... Uh-oh.
Hi, everybody.
Mind blown! Wait, well, hold on. Wait. All right, so, tell me how, all right,
No, keep camera off.
No, wait, just wait. How is it being married to me?
It's loud. A little bit chaotic. We've only been married 9 years, and we still don't have a regular sleep schedule. Now, me working nights for 16 years didn't help at all, but yeah. What else?
Do you think God had a sense of humor putting me with you?
Or putting me with you. Is that what you meant?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I love you. Enjoy your stream, because I might be going to sleep here shortly.
So, wait. Jim, so Andrea's like, you're a saint. God bless. And Big Al says, God bless you, Jim. There's someone for everyone. Oh, yeah. He's my sister. He loves you, Mama. I know.
Yeah.
Mama Bunny, what's up?
Yeah, it's, sobriety made this relationship possible.
And tell them that about your recovery journey, or just say something about me that I influenced you, or I don't know. He's not being paid to say this, by the way, either. But just say something like.
Yeah, I quit drinking about 2009. I tried to stop drinking around 2007. Gave it up for Jesus. But I understood. I quit smoking pot in 2004 to get the job I got, and I never even thought about going back to that. But the alcohol, and it is so important to be with somebody. Your commitment and passion for sobriety has kept me strong. I'll never want to jeopardize that for you. You're keeping me strong, babe, and I'm here to make sure, you know, you get to scream at the world about your sobriety. So,
All right. I love you.
okay.
I love you. Yeah, Big Al's like, do the single, Jim. I will rescue you.
Said what?
Big Al says, do the single, Jim. I will rescue you. If I didn't have him, I don't know where I would be. You know, and I'm getting a hot flash because of this. Hot flash! The spark's still there, guys. No, he wouldn't. I'm from Jersey, baby. Wait a minute. I have to go back. Hold on. All right, wait. I'm going back up. Jim, you're a saint. Yeah. I didn't just meet somebody with, white armor. I didn't meet a knight in shining armor. I met an armored saint. I feel the same about my wife. She saved me as well. I don't know where I'd be still on the streets, I'm sure. If they can't read me, I know you can. I feel blessed. And I should have been dead. Excuse me. I should have been dead years ago. And that's why I do what I do. I don't stream for the money or the fame. I've had my 15 minutes of fame, believe it or not. I don't do this to be called an influencer. I don't want to be called an influencer. No, I'm just me. I'm nobody special. You know what I mean? That's right. We're all here together. We don't care what's going on in the outside world. We care about what's going on right now in this space. We, not just me, we are creating a wildfire change to diminish the darkness in the world. I know we're not going to get all the darkness in the world, but we're going to fight like hell to get rid of it. And just like Lolly, just like Dolly and stuff, we are trying to set this world on fire in a positive way. I love you, Mama Bunny. Patricia, hold on. Cyber love hug. All right. I appreciate all the compliments. And since he's like Queen, he's a beautiful man. I'm glad I strolled through one more time to meet your husband. Oh, my Dolly, my mama told me about that. I missed you. You can tell they are best friends, and that makes me so happy. And here with you, and here you are with hubby. And we met on Xbox. You know? And I was going through the throes of, I mean, at that time, my son, Sean, who's out there in Portland, Oregon, who's just existing in Portland, he's homeless, okay? He's addicted to fentanyl, okay? Meth, whatever he's on, okay? He's homeless. And so I have to deal with that. And so, please have your thoughts and prayers go out to my son Sean, and not just my son, but for all those who are dealing with addiction and alcoholism and mental illness. May they find the light out of the darkness. Thank you, Patricia. Not just for my son, for everybody that's, you know, you want to do a prayer? All right. All right. Dear Heavenly Father, we can come before you today. Because we need the strength and the courage and the wisdom to move forward each day. And we pray that our loved ones will get the help that they need. Let them walk out of the darkness and into the light. May your love be shown throughout the stream. May your love be felt for those that need to get out of the bondage of addiction, alcoholism, and or mental illness so they can have a better life. And thank you, God, for being a presence in the stream and in our lives. And let Dolly's light still be shown and her love be felt throughout the world. In the name of Jesus we pray. Amen. I'm sweating. I don't know why. I think it's because maybe I'm talking about my son and all that. I don't know. Right, I'm just in, like right now. I'll be all right. It is a sad day. I love you guys too. Let me give you a cyber love hug real quick. Cyber love hug! Big Al says, yeah, well, my mom, I'm going to tell you something. I put my mom through a lot of bullshit. And because of my addiction, my consequences were, one of them was losing custody of my kids and stuff. My daughter got adopted out of the family because my mom couldn't take care of two kids. emotionally and financially, okay? I don't have any resentments towards that, okay? Now I know what my mom went through with me. You know? And she's in a nursing home back in Jersey. I'm sorry to hear that, Patricia. Oh, let me give you a cyber comforting hug. I'm sorry that you had to go through that. Let me give you a cyber comforting hug. Cyber comforting hug. Much love to you. You know, honor your daughter by doing something nice for other people. Maybe donating to a rehab or whatever. You know what I mean? It's yeah, thank you for sharing that. It helps you heal when you share that. And I'm going to say this too, right? Do something in honor of your daughter, of your kids, okay? Like give donations to, you know, a rehab or maybe a mental health center or whatever. You understand what I'm saying? It helps with the healing. You're never going to get over it. You know, you're not trying to move on from them. You're trying to move forward in life. Hi, Bruce. How you doing? It makes you feel like you're failing as a parent, is what my mom said. Yeah, but my mom. Oh wow, a whole. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. Let me give you a cyber comforting hug. Cyber comforting hug. By you getting yourself clean and sober, you're honoring their memory. And give a donation to a rehab or a charity of your choice. You know what I mean? And yeah, we are all family here, guys. We are really becoming a family. We're not just becoming a community, we're becoming a family. And we're here for each other. It happens in threes, right? Cry, Andrea, cry. Crying heals the soul. It's a cleansing of a soul. You know, Jim, he can't show emotion that much. When his mother died, I saw one little tear and that was it. But that's how he grieved, right? So, that, you know, everybody's different when it comes to grieving. So, you know what? Yeah, let's do a cyber group hug, right? Come on, guys. Arms wide open. Come on. Ready? Cyber recovery group hug. Cyber recovery group love hug. We all need hugs. You know that, and that's why when trolls come on here, they probably need a hug too, and they don't even know it. I love all of you, and I'm here for each and every one of you. Just by you being here is enough, guys. I don't ask for much. I appreciate each and every one of you. You, even you in the background. Okay? Just by you being here is enough. And if you need to share, you know, what maybe Big Al did, or even Andrea and stuff, that you suffered a loss, it's okay. We got you. Because there's a lot of people in your same position that's holding all that stuff inside, and guess what happens? It comes out the wrong way, right? And they end up doing something stupid. With me, I've learned that I can't hold much inside, because if I keep holding it in, it's going to come out wrong. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm very vocal about a lot of things. Patricia's like, thank you for being here for us. Andrea's like, thank you all. And you're all in my prayers tonight and always. We can manifest it better tomorrow. Be positive, and no, we can't. No, you can. The devil wants to feel like you to feel like crap. It's a spiritual warfare. You know? That's why we have to stay grounded in our faith. And I'm going to say this. This community is a recovery community. It's a spiritual community. I don't force my religious beliefs on people. Everybody's on their own spiritual journey and all that. But I just ask for you to be respectful. That's it. You know what I mean? And we're an uplifting community, positive community. I'm just myself, Patricia. I'm nobody special. You bring us together as a family that could be. I'm actually working on something. I've been working on it for a while, and I want to premiere it when the time's right. Maybe I'll premiere it, Friday? I don't know, and stuff. Right back at you, too. I love you, too. I see what goes on in the world, on YouTube, on X, on even in the real world. And people's minds have just, they just, they're not working right, you know. Yes, Rock was just here being crazy and loud, and look what happened. This is amazing. Yeah, I'll let everybody know when I'm gonna premiere what I'm gonna premiere, but there's work that has to be done. That right, you're one of those people I talk about when I say my people. You get it. No words needed. There's a lot of people like me, okay, and they just stay silent. And yet, I'm going to say they are a part of the problem. You know, because they care about what people think of them. I've been in this business for a long time. I don't give a crap what people think. All right? Because that's the devil at work. When they spew their arrows and their hate towards me, they'd rather be lied to than be given the truth. When I was in my addiction, I was a totally different person. You didn't want to get to know me. I don't even want to get to know me back then. Flyby's like, yeah, you're passively loud. I'm from Jersey. What do you expect? You know? And the thing about this is, too, I just want to bring this up. You notice that all these channels, right? They have to really say the F word, every other word in the sentence. You don't need to swear to make an impact. In the world. You can talk just like me. Well, from Jersey, okay? Aside from being from Jersey. But you don't have to say the F word every other sentence or every other word and stuff. You know, just like these comedians. And I hate to bring them up. And I know it's going to be like, oh, don't bring them up. But Bill Cosby, or even Jeff, you know what? Jeff Foxworthy, you know when you're a redneck when, all right? They don't swear. And they're funny as heck. Right? Swearing is really condescending. And I'm not saying I'm perfect, okay? I drop the F-bomb every once in a while. And all that stuff, yeah. But when you're trying to be effective in somebody's life and stuff, you don't have to say swear words. I remember when I was in jail. This is no joke. We were let out, and I was never in prison. I was in county jail. I was in the old Morris County jail and stuff, that stinky place. Anyway, so it was a Sunday, all right? So we were let out of our cell, all right? And this minister, whoever he was, you know, he looked like Father, you know, the guy from Saturday Night Live, Father Gucci or whatever his name was, right? And he said, shit. And he was just saying a sermon and stuff, and all of a sudden he said, well, that's shit, you know. And I looked at this girl, her name was Debbie and stuff, and I said, did he just say what I thought he said? He's a minister. What kind of point was he trying to make? Oh, he was cool too, that he was hood, he was the streets, by saying, you know, shit. Yeah. I'm just saying. You know? Look at Dolly Parton. She did a song with Linda Perry, who wrote the one-hit wonder, what's that? What's Going On? She did a collaboration with Linda Perry, right? And one of the lyrics and stuff says something about being high. And that's not Dolly. Dolly switched it to something else other than high. Because that's who she was. Check out her whole YouTube channel. Dolly Parton. But the video that really affected me 3 years ago was The World on Fire. I wish I could have met her. I remember when they, on YouTube, she came out with that rock album because she was going to be inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And she said, oh no, she said, oh, I had to make a rock album in order to fit, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And that's what she did. Because that's who she was. She wasn't afraid to cross boundaries and stuff. So I watched her special, like, her big debut of the rock album and stuff, and now William Shatner is gonna make a heavy metal album, just like Pat Boone did back in the 90s. I don't know. William Shatner is gonna put his own spin on the heavy metal album, But this is why I created the Queen's Light Brigade. To create a wildfire of change to diminish the darkness in the world. I know we're not going to get all the darkness in the world, but we're going to fight like how to get rid of it. Because I know there's a lot of people like us out there that want change in the world, that feel like they are being seen, that they're being heard. Anybody's welcomed here. It's not just a recovery community, a spiritual community. It's for everybody. Just have respect, that's all. You know what I mean? That's all. The Queen's Light Brigade is pretty much a movement. That's how I see it. I generally care about people. Not back when I was in my addiction, I didn't. I didn't give two craps about you. Unless you had something. I did love my kids in the best way that I could, right? I had the best intentions to visit them when they were playing baseball or recitals or whatever, and of course my mind went left instead of straight towards them. But anybody can be like me or be like Dolly. You know. I know I'm rambling on. That's what we people from Jersey do at times. There's so much negativity and demonicness in the world. And it's happening at a rapid pace. And that's why people lash out on each other. That's why people are the way they are. You know, people have jobs and they feel like they're not getting anywhere and stuff because the bills keep piling up. You know, the food inflation's getting worse and all that. To make yourself feel better, just do some random act of kindness. Like maybe if your neighbor, you know, you have an older neighbor or whatever, ask if they need something from the store. And all that. You need a loaf of bread? You need some super... No problem. You do things without expecting people to get back to you. You do it out of your own heart because you generally care. You know? But everybody nowadays wants something for nothing. Anyway. It's a big loss for this world about Dolly Parton. But her legacy is going to live on. Her imagination station is still going to be around. You know, giving joy to children that love to read books, or parents who love to read books for their kids. Anyway, I think this is a time right now to reflect on our own lives, on how we can change to be a better person. I'm not perfect. I never claim to be. I don't know everything and all that. But I strive to be a better person every day through Christ. You know, maybe I should be opening up the Bible more. How can I improve myself, right? I think one is the stubbornness. I'm so hard-headed. Ask Jim. But I don't think that's ever going to change. I'm just saying. I know one thing I need to do, I'll admit, is to call my mom more. I haven't talked to her in months. After all she did for me, growing up, when I was in baseball, boys baseball in Denville, New Jersey, by the way, I made it to majors. Second girl in 10 years to make it to majors. First girl to make it to seniors. And they want my mom to be the head of the league, you know, of Little League, and she didn't want it and stuff. But she went to every baseball game. She got me up at 7:30 in the morning. Sometimes when it was raining, we still had to be there at the field, and we had to soak up the rain and the water off the field, but we still had to be there, right? My mom went to every game. She took me to see my father 2 weeks before he died when I was 16. She gave me a lot of tough love. She took custody of Sean and Christy, but like I said, Christy got adopted out of family and all that, but you know, she did what she could. She was always there for me when I did the right thing. And of course, when I went back to using or whatever, she's like, tough love time, you know. I don't hold any resentments towards her. And like I said, and she's back in Jersey in a nursing home. And I guess I feel guilty that she's there. But it's not feasible for her to come to Oklahoma and all that stuff. It's not. But, you know, I guess the reason why I don't talk to my mom, because if she knew what happened with Sean, it would kill her instantly. Maybe that's you know, the callous of the whole thing. And the guilt. I have to really force myself to actually talk to my mother. And I think at times too, it's like I don't want her to say, well, who are you? Because she has dementia or whatever. Like, who are you? You're not my daughter. I don't have a daughter, but I think that would kill me even more. But I love my mom very much. So I think with us, we strive to be better people. And there's a lot of us that just want to be comfortable in our own crap, like a pig. We have to get out of our comfort zone and actually move and make a difference. But we have to work on ourselves first before we work on helping others. And faith should always be in the center of it. So, I love you guys very much. And you should be proud of yourselves. The Queen's Light Brigade. You guys are making the change. You guys are making a difference in people's lives, whether you believe it or not. It's not because of me. I'm just a facilitator, you know. And you should be proud of yourselves. And I think Dolly would agree. Right. So with that, guys, I love you all. Let's put the word human back into humanity, back into the world. Do some random acts of kindness. Do something in Dolly's honor. Do something for your loved ones that were lost in honor of them. It'll make you feel better. It'll enrich your life even more. Empower you more. So let me give you guys a cyber love hug. Cyber love hug! R.I.P. Dolly. You made a difference in my life. And we are trying to set the world on fire. And, your influence, your inspiration is so going to be felt throughout the generations of this world. R.I.P. Dolly. And let you sing with the angels. Take care, everybody. I love you all.